Wake up.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Married to Film. I'm Ralph, and this is Shamanda.
Hey.
And we just got back from seeing A Quiet Place Part 2.
Listen.
Listen here. So, we first saw A Quiet Place Part 1 on a plane. So we didn't get the theater experience or anything like that. We hadn't seen it since then, but we enjoyed it. So, when this one came around, we was like, oh, we're definitely going to the theater to see this one.
Yeah, of course.
So we did. And it started off...
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
At the very beginning, when everything jumped off. That's why in the trailer you see John Krasinski in there.
Yeah.
So it jumps off at the very beginning. How the...
Day one.
Day one.
Look, I said day one. Like this represents day.
Right.
Day one.
Day one. Day one, they were at their son's baseball game. And next thing you know, they see fire in the sky. And then everybody is like, yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and head home.
Yep. No conversation needed.
Yeah, game's over. We're going to call it.
Yeah.
Nothing else to do here. So then the aliens came through, wrecking shop. All that stuff from the trailers, that was at the very beginning.
Oh my God.
That was some amazing work. Amazing camera work, and just... This movie was intense. It made you feel everything. I love that. Shout out to John Krasinski. He directed it.
Yeah.
He also directed it.
Really?
Yeah.
That is awesome. Because he did an amazing job.
Yeah. All the time. I love it though, for the tension. I love it.
Listen
I
here.
love it. And then
for those that have anxiety,
yeah,
it may not be a good movie for you. Because I was in there having a fit.
Right.
Like everything.
So after it showed day one, it immediately jumped to immediately after A Quiet Place Part 1.
And I was applauding.
Yeah. That was a nice smooth jump.
It was a nice
It said, what, day 476 or something like that?
Yeah.
So, you know, they had just killed the alien with the sound from the daughter's hearing aid.
And the house was still on fire.
Yeah.
Or the barn or whatever was still on fire.
And it just took place from there.
Yep. They had just lost the daddy, you know, because, you know, he sacrificed himself. And it was just them four, with the baby included, and the little soundproof with the oxygen.
Right.
And went straight in.
Yeah.
And I was loving it. So all those little moments in the trailer, they didn't disappoint because that wasn't all the action.
Right.
And the suspense of it just being a silent movie, literally a silent movie, and they're just signing. It was amazing. Yeah.
So from that point, they left the house. They gathered up what they could, and they dipped out. I think they had a plan on where they were going, but I can't recall. But they came across like some railroad tracks, and they had to get through this fence, and they set off a booby trap. Yep. And things went haywire from there.
Oh my God, the oldest son.
Yeah. They came across a gentleman that was at the baseball game with them, a friend of theirs.
Wait, talk about the oldest son getting trapped in the thing.
He gets on my nerves. I don't want to talk about him.
But you got to.
There's always one.
But he was the reason why it set it all off in the beginning.
Yeah, because he got caught in a bear trap.
Yep. And he screamed.
And he was barefoot, and buddy.
I mean, he screamed, and he wouldn't let up. So the mom was like, having her hand over the mouth, and she was trying to get him calm. Next thing you know, the baby started getting all crazy, and it just went from there. Yeah.
So the aliens came, and they was in some kind of warehouse, and a friend of theirs that was at the baseball game with them when everything jumped off on day one was there.
One of the fathers.
Yeah, one of the fathers, and he let them stay with him. He was like, y'all got to be going in the morning though.
Yeah. He was like, you got.
But he had like this soundproof, with no air in it though. It was an airtight contraption in the warehouse. It was kind of sweet.
And you can only be in there for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, a few minutes worth of air.
Because after that, you got to open a door.
Yep.
So that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, but then from that point, the mother left to go. Well, no. First things first, the daughter dipped out in the middle of the night. She told the older brother what she was gonna do. She was gonna go. She found somewhere, an island, where there would probably be a boat and a radio station.
Leading up to that part,
Yeah.
I don't know if you left this off or not.
I probably did. Because I'm not trying to be too long-winded.
Yeah, I understand. But the reason why she's leaving is because the radio is playing the song.
Somewhere beyond the sea. Yeah.
So, with this happening, the little girl is like, this is a signal. That means that if we can just find this radio station, you know, then that means that, you know, we can get other people to hear it. It's a signal. So we got to, you know, do this. We got to go out. She was trying to talk her brother into it. And he was like, yeah, okay. But no, she wasn't telling him. He was already injured at this point. So she was just telling him because she needed to tell somebody. And he was like, I'm going to tell Mom. And she was like, okay, but I got to do what I got to do. She was like, Dad would do it. Oh my gosh. I cried like 3 times in this movie.
Yeah, she was, you were sobbing.
I cried like 3 times in this movie.
But yeah, so she went off on her adventure.
Yeah.
To try to get to a boat. And all this time, man, she's just walking barefoot. It was...
They all were barefoot, baby.
Yeah, except my man.
Well, except for him. Yeah.
Like...
But I would have been walking barefoot too.
Right,
they got to be silent.
Mm-hmm.
Your shoes cause problems.
Right. Oh yeah, she dipped off on her adventure to get to the island. The mother went into the town to get more supplies and oxygen for the baby and supplies for the older son's injury, and she told him to stay down there and keep an eye on the baby. You know what to do. You can do it.
She kept telling him to stay calm. I love the sign language in this.
I love that too. Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. But she just kept telling him to stay calm, which was the same thing that she was telling him at the baseball game in the beginning.
So, long story short, all 3 were doing their own things at the same time.
And the baby.
And it was just correlating with the intents and the alien. It was just it was directed well. Shout out
amazing.
to John Krasinski.
It was amazing.
Did his thing on this one. I liked it because I was wondering, okay, how are they going to do a sequel? But now, you know, we won't give away the ending, but there should be a 3rd one. I'm thinking.
It has to be.
It has to be to round it on out.
It has to be.
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm gonna be quite honest. This is one of the best sequels that we've seen
in a while. Yeah.
In a while.
Yeah.
I mean, John Wick never disappoints.
Oh yeah. Besides that.
But yeah, that's why I said it like that. You know, but in a while, you know. So this was a really good one. And,
I really enjoyed it.
And I enjoyed it. The actress. Shout out to Millicent.
I love her.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
Is this pretty? I think this is pretty. Handsome? I don't know if this is pretty or handsome. But she's beautiful. And I loved her signing, and I loved the whole thing. The whole thing. And just the simple fact that her, even though she may not have had a voice, it was very deep. But even though she may not have had a voice, but she was very smart. Because they pretty much try to not undermine her, but they were like, but she's deaf, so how did she figure it out? And he was like, she did. You know, so I would shout out to her. She did this well. I
love the dynamics of the family, though. You know, that they all signed and they, you know, they would be in sync and things like that. Yeah, but I love the direction of the movie and all that kind of that technical stuff. The score, it brings you in. You know when something's about to go down because that doggone music changed.
Listen here. And I was over here like, oh Lord. I was jumping all in the seat. But it was good.
It was good.
Very well written.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
And they played their part. That little boy with that screaming, he did it. And yes, he got on his nerves. We didn't talk all the way home just for that simple reason because we didn't want to spoil it for each other.
We never
was like,
man, but they always got a son that'll jack stuff up.
It's not just a son because the daughter went out first.
No, I'm talking about in the first movie. It was a son.
It was the baby. But he lost his life.
I know.
But he was a toddler.
They told him no. But the daughter got it from him anyway.
Yeah, and they did tie that part into it because I don't know if you don't remember that, but at the beginning when he was in the store, he went past the toys.
Yeah, so I peeped that.
Yeah, so I thought that was good. That was really good. And she went back. The mama went back. I think it was the anniversary of the baby's birthday. She went back to where he was snatched, basically, the railroad track. Yeah. And she left her ring. She would leave something every year, and she left her ring, kissed her ring, and then put it on there. I was like,
Yeah.
Bawling
yeah, she
quietly
was.
with my mask on.
I'm gonna give this movie a solid A.
This was
I enjoyed myself in there. It felt good to be in the theater looking at it.
Do you want to do food again, or do you want to just do letters, ratings like that?
We'll do letter ratings. We'll come back to the food.
Okay, because it is
when
definitely.
When we do the dinner and movie, we'll put the food in.
Okay, well, it's definitely A+ for me, because I mean, for it to be a sequel, and they just they did it very well.
Yes,
so
they did.
Hey, shout out to them.
Right.
They did their thing.
So that's our review of A Quiet Place 2.
Yes, go see it.
Go check it out. Let us know what you think.
Well, don't listen to us first, because we spoiled it throughout the whole thing.
We didn't give away everything, but we gave away a lot.
We might as well have.
So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Yes.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Yep.
We love y'all.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.